got the rear of the chassis started. Should look something a little bit like this. When you get it in there, you can adjust it. Mine's a little slanted, so I wouldn't really focus on it when I was drawing, but you can always just, readjust it, stuff like that. It's basically what it should look like. Your springs are gonna attach there after you put the plate under there, just like the same material. You use a styrene sheet to put the floor in. Same you use for that. When the Liberty got the front struts and whatnot worked on, I need to do the motor plate, which would just consist on bending the bar that connects from here to the actual motor plate. And the same thing on both sides, which is pretty simple. But I got the cowl done. For the cowl, basically I just used the distance from the hood scoop. Basically you kind of picture the windshield or whatever. You see it should tuck right underneath there. This one I just did just because I don't see why not. I really wasn't going to do that much intricate stuff to this build, but I might as well. You just basically do the shape. You see how that like a circular shape from the fender, left fender to the right fender. See how that shape, just like that. And and if you can see in here, I got the firewall done. Basically all it is a triangular shape. This is for stock front suspension, or you could do it with the other one, but I did basically triangular shape from where, if you can see where frame rail is, triangular from there to the top right there. You can tell right there. And then where I gave enough space for this bar to come out. And I did the same thing for that side. Connect to the bottom and then connect right there, which you could start with a long piece actually, go from there, and right on top of where the motor sits inside the hole, go all the way around, just bend it, and that's one piece. And then you just have two connecting pieces that going down on both sides. So it should be a 5-piece deal, unless you want to do it in individual pieces, which it's all personal preference. At the end of the day, it is all personal preference. I need to connect the roof of the chassis to the cowl, which is just where is that at? 2 really thin sticks. I'm trying to figure out the millimeter or the measurement. I think it's like 0.0 something ridiculously small. I can't even tell. Gosh. I want to say that's 0.62. It might be a 0.04 or smaller, maybe. This is a guesstimate. You'll figure it out if you're shopping for the stuff. You could always size it up by holding it in the package next to the one you're building a chassis for. It just has to be smaller than that. Oh, here it is. Found it. So it's got to be, that's about in comparison to this is in comparison to the 0.08. If you can see that. So it's, yeah, about half the size. So I'll say 0.04 or 0.03. It depends on whatever you want. And basically just do a little bit thirds. You actually go along with the same where you have right here, like the same marks you used for the firewall hole and the basis of the chassis. That those two long bars that run back, that's connecting right there and right there. The same measurement for the windows, or for the window, front window, windshield. Then that's basically where you put it at. So I want to mark like right there at the end, and then right there at the end as well. And then I'll have the bar coming from there all the way up to there. I'm gonna sand this down a little bit. You see in the corner, I want it a little bit rounded instead of straight. Same thing in that corner. Yeah, more updates.